Hello, I'm in Sedona, Arizona on a beautiful spring day in April 2016. Behind me is Boynton Canyon and surrounding areas. And while there's some funny white lines in the sky, I refuse to let it disturb my day. So I'm going to talk to you about some things that have come up. I won't be channeling Archangel Michael today, although he's always coming through me one way or the other. And as he does for all of us who choose to connect with him and other archangels, ascended masters, etc., they are here to help us get through these challenging times. So he wants me to just share what's going on, and it's going to be primarily about the changes we're going through, the shifting of energies. We are literally anchoring in divine energies into this earth. Some of us more than others. Some of us are really getting hit, in a sense, with these energies to such a degree that we feel exhausted and, not focused. Hard to get any. I mean, there are days that I feel like the most I can accomplish is taking a nap. And then the next day I'm fine, nothing static. But the bottom line is, it's like, you might not even feel like you're here. I know that I feel like we're working on other dimensions, and I know others do too. An acquaintance of mine wrote me soon after I decided to do this video, about 10 days ago, but I haven't been able to create it till now. But she wrote me, and it was just validation. I know Michael was whispering to her. She's very connected to Michael as well. But she wrote this. She said, "I know you are absorbing and integrating this intense energy for humanity as I am. Some days I can barely function, dizzy, buzzing head, body hyped up so much. I'm bouncing around trying to just breathe. But I love it," she writes in all caps. How's that for an awesome perspective? She said, "I know what is going on, and I do believe that we are out of the danger zone and well into the light." So I just had to share that beautiful note. And it definitely validated I needed to talk about this, even if it's just a few of you, it helps. So we are finding ourselves in varying situations. We're being guided to be in certain workplaces, being around certain people, even geographic locations. I know for me, I moved to Sedona last June of 2015. And it's interesting, I had a 20-year calling to move here. I knew that someday I'd end up here. And it was in 2012, on the 11/11, Michael guided me to come here, and I created some channel videos. And one day I was driving toward Cathedral Rock, and I literally said out loud, "Am I supposed to move here to Sedona?" And the moment I asked, my car tire blew out. It just blew out, and if you know that road on Upper Red Rock Loop, there's not many places to get off on a shoulder, but it was perfect. I just made it to this one little landing, called AAA. They came right out. I happened to have a rental car through a company that had a satellite in Sedona, which, there aren't many car rental companies here. I don't know if that's the only one, but it's the only one I've ever seen. Anyways, I just happened to do that, and then they had one car left. So like everything went so smooth. So I questioned, well, boy, it's a very strong sign. I either absolutely should move here or absolutely not, which is it? So I just kind of let that settle, and then one day this being came through and said that I need to be in Sedona for a period of time. It's temporary, not permanent. And again, you know, the mind gets in the way. I want to do the right thing for my family. You know, I was trying to figure it out, and I was working with, oh, a dog came to visit me. Hello. I connected with this intuitive friend, and I I just said that I'm putting my house up for sale. I didn't mention my plans at all. I just wanted to see what she was going to say, and sure enough, she said, "Have you ever thought of moving out of state? Have you thought of Arizona? Have you thought of like Sedona?" You know, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay, that's it. I just got to do this." So, anyways, my point is that, you know, we're being guided. You know, and this is happening all over the world. People are needing to be certain places. I'm just giving this as an example of how it happened for me. But I think this is going to continue to occur as we continue to bring through this energy and help shift into Earth's destiny. The other interesting thing that came up, because Michael is always, you know, having me come up with some understanding. You know, I don't channel Michael all the time. Like, he wants me to learn through synchronicity and the signs so that I can be a teacher of it. When I'm going through something difficult or I need help, no question, I go right to him. But otherwise, I might get little nudges, guidance, you know, go here, do this, whatever, to learn something. And, you know, for instance, just a few days ago, I was guided to go see this movie, and I read what it's about, and I just wasn't in the mood for it, but I trusted, and I'm never disappointed when I follow guidance, which is always. and it was, I can't think of the name of the movie, but it's the new Sally Field movie, where she's plays this woman that's in her late 60s, and she falls in love with this adorable young man, much younger than her. And, you know, it just really struck me. I was thinking about how Michael says that as we move closer to our souls, we become more of who we are. And all these conditionings, these belief systems, and all these things are going to fall away because we are living more from our souls, and those kinds of things don't matter. And interestingly enough, right after the movie, I went to Vitamin Cottage, which is our wonderful natural food store here in Sedona. And right when I'm driving into the parking lot, I see this couple that, you know, arm in arm. In this case, he's much older, she's much younger. And I thought, how striking is that right after the movie, right? Just kind of validating that. I went into the store, you know, just got a few things, went into line, they're right in front of me. And you know, after they left and I was starting to package my groceries, I saw that one of them had left a pair of glasses. I knew it belonged to one of them. So I said, oh, I gotta catch them. So I ran out and you know, I got them just in time when they were pulling out of the parking lot. Anyways, the point is when things like that happen, it puts more focus on it, you know. And it's just, you know, when Michael guides me to things, it's always this for all of us. It's an unfolding of understanding, because that unfolded into conditioning that we are, you know, we're conditioned about so many things. Things just aren't what they seem. And as we become more of who we really are, we see that more and more. And we can just let go of those belief systems and, you know, conditioned responses. A great example is the political climate right now. I mean, so many of us are expressing what insanity is occurring right now with some people running in the American election. And the bottom line is it's all in our faces right now that the old ways aren't going to work. It's so in our faces how 3D, the bullying, the greed, corruption, inequality, indignity, of people, forcing in these thoughts on people, they're just not working. And this is so in our faces. We're getting so incensed seeing what is going on. But the thing is, it's making us get off the fence and say, enough. Peace, not war. Equality, not inequality. And dignity for all human beings. And enough with the greed and corruption that's been destroying our planet, So this is making us get off the fence and just say, so it's really a blessing, even though this is really hard for many of us to watch. I don't normally talk about politics, but I have to talk about the Bernie Sanders bird synchronicity. When I first saw that video of that bird that flew onto that podium, honestly, that was one of the best moments of the last 10 years of my life. I mean, wasn't that amazing? In that moment, all I could think was the whole world, is being exposed to this amazing sign. And, people are going to get it more and more that synchronicity is real, and hopefully see that how the divine can work through synchronicity. It is not normal for a bird to fly in front of someone with, their arms flailing and they don't budge, And, it's just so exciting. I just thought this was a great moment. And then to top it off, the icing on the cake was when Bernie Sanders said that this was a sign that it's a dove representing peace, no more war. I was just like, oh, this is just incredible. I mean, I wrote my book, I Can See Clearly Now, about synchronicity 8 years ago. And this was just a dream come true, seeing this happen. And I just believe that it's a sign of more things to come. This is just really, again, all going to be in our faces, that what's really going on as the false 3D, inauthentic, unsupportive energies lessen more and more. So yeah, that was just fantastic. Another sign that I wanted to share, because so often I get signs and I feel like they're not for me personally, they're for the collective. And this feeling I had was perfectly represented in a sign I had a few weeks ago. I was driving toward the village of Oak Creek, and I saw this gentleman from the back with a t-shirt showing the numbers 111 in big yellow numbers. And as you may know, 111 signifies new beginning. And at the same time that I see 111, on the radio's Whitney Houston singing the words from I Believe in You and Me, I think it's called. And at the height of that song, she says, I believe in miracles. And right when I saw those numbers, I heard I believe in miracles, and it was just like, it kind of took my breath away. And, the fact is, we are in the age of miracles now. We need to expect miracles, because they are helping, they are so supportive of this new energy. And we need to celebrate and share and talk about the miracles and focus on the positive and being, eternal optimists during these difficult times. It's so important to stay really positive as you can, no matter what's going on in your lives. And sharing goes a long way. Michael always says, share the signs, share the beauty, just stay as positive as you can. That's going to help us all through. So the bottom line is, I wanted to say that I know these times can be really challenging, and please realize that there's no more important work than bringing this energy in. So I know I was feeling so frustrated because I was so unmotivated. I just couldn't focus and it was very difficult. But I just finally got to the point where I said, I just at peace with it and just this too shall pass. And there's no more important work we can do right now is the bottom line. So we need to give ourselves a break. Michael really wants me to make that point, to just really celebrate what you're doing and appreciate what you're doing and everyone around you. And it's all gonna be for wonderful things, a wonderful future, even though it doesn't seem like it. Nothing is as it seems, as we know. And so I wish you well, I send you love, and thank you for listening.